I'm Zoe, a pharmacy technician student, and I am here to teach you about the blood glucose monitor today. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
And what is your name?
Rael.
Awesome, Rhea. Okay, so we are going to learn about the One Touch machine, where it comes in this little container right here with everything that you need. It is electronic and is battery operated, so you just have to remember to get new batteries or replace them when it dies, and it has a little monitor on the inside that will tell you when that is going to happen. So just to get started, this is a new monitor, so we'll have to set it up for you.
Okay.
So when setting up or turning on, you just hold down the button that says OK until it turns on to this, which it will show on here.
Oh, okay.
And so then when setting it up, it will ask you for the time and the date. And so when we're going through that, we'll just use the arrows to go up and down to pick the time for hours, and then you press OK, and then you move over to the minutes and you do the exact same thing. Press OK, and then we'll go to date, and if the date's not already set, which it is currently, we would do the exact same process, so go up and down with the arrows and press OK. And so then if you aren't ready to use the monitor or anything like that, to turn it off, you just hold down the OK button until the screen goes blank, and then you move on with your day, and you can put it back in here and go on your way. So when using the blood glucose monitor, it has all of these little holders, which are fantastic. So this one has your strips in it for when you need to test, and then this is the device that holds your lancet, which is the needle that'll poke your finger to get the blood ready for testing. So before you get started, you want to take one of your strips and put it in the monitor. It can either be on or off, it doesn't matter. As soon as you put one in, it will turn on, and then there'll be a little drop of blood showing on the screen saying that it's ready for you to test. We'll just set that aside there. And then when you are getting your lancet ready to poke your finger, you'll want to use a new one every time. Today we have them in these little packages. You'll have to buy more once you run out. You use a new one every single time, and to get ready, you have to twist this and pull it off. You have to remember to twist or else it won't come off.
Okay.
Stick this end, not the round one, but the opposite end, into the little blue part until it clicks, and then you twist the top of it off to expose the needle. You can save this for later for when you want to get rid of the needle. Just put that aside. And so then when you are done and you have the needle in there, you just put the lid back on, which is the same twisting motion. And there you go.
Okay.
And so today I'm not actually going to use the device on myself. We'll just use a testing solution. But to show you how to get ready to use this is on the bottom there. It has all of these numbers which represent the depth in how far the needle will poke into your finger.
Okay.
And so you can start off at a lower number to see if it allows you to still get blood. If it doesn't, then you'll have to move up higher. It might be a little bit more painful, but it's not that painful in a sense of the word.
Okay.
And so then once you have your number set and you're ready to go, you push this down, that right there, and then hold it to the side of your finger. You don't want to poke the top or the pad of your finger. You always want to poke one of the sides, and you hold it, and then you press the little white button, and you can't even see the needle come out, but it does, and it will make a little spring noise. And so then once your finger is poked, if you aren't seeing blood immediately, you can massage it like this. You don't want to squeeze it or anything, because that might affect the blood glucose levels. Or you can hold your hand down to your side just so the gravity pulls your blood down more. And so then once you have your finger poked, and you're ready to use your monitor, which should be flashing the little drop of blood like it is. We're going to use this test solution today, and I'll just represent what I would do in real life, where you would have it on the side of your finger. And so when you're getting ready to use it, so it has that line there which you want to fill up with the blood.
Okay.
The only way you can get the solution in there is through the side of it. You're not supposed to put it on top or underneath or anything like that. So just touch the blood to the side of the solution and it'll fill up just like that.
Okay, yeah.
And then it'll count down on the monitor until it gives you a reading. If the reading isn't correct, it'll tell you it's an error, and it might be the test strip or it might be the way that you put your blood on the monitor. So you can just try it all again with a new strip.
Okay.
So then on here it will tell you what your blood glucose rating is. So the blue, which is what we just got, we got a 3.4 with the test solution, is low, and it will tell you because the blue is low on there. And then there's the green level, which is what you want. So green is between 4 and 10. If you haven't eaten, if you're fasting, it should be between 4 and 8. And if you have eaten and between 2 hours after you've eaten, it should be between 5 and 10. And then if it's higher, it will show the red there. And so then once we are done with that, you have already talked to the pharmacist, I'm assuming, about what you do in a situation of whether it's high or low.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And then, yeah, when you're getting ready to discard this, you can just throw your strip away and
Just in the garbage, or?
yeah. And then when you want to use or need to test yourself again, you want to remove the needle and use a new one. So we'll do the same process as twisting the cap. And then since we saved this from the last time, you stick this on top of it so that just in case the needle goes flying or anything like that, it kind of does that. So there you go. And so then you push this all the way up until the needle comes out, which it just did. And sometimes it can spring forward, so that's why it's nice to have a little bit of a cap on there. And then when you are done with these, you discard them in a sharps container at home. We will supply you one, and then you don't have to worry about that. And then bring that in when that is full of sharps. Okay, so then when you're done doing your reading, you can look up your last readings by pressing the arrow down, and it'll tell you the date and time and what your blood glucose level was. And one thing I forgot at the beginning is you don't need to use a alcohol swab or anything like that. Just make sure your hands are clean. Just wash them beforehand, and then yeah, just make sure that you always just use the outsides of your fingers, and you can use whichever ones you want. Just try to make sure not to use the same spot multiple times or you can get calluses and stuff like that. Okay, do you have any questions?
No.
No? All right, would you be willing to teach me back just kind of how you would use the strip and the machine?
Sure. Okay. I think to reset this. So just turn it on by pressing this OK button.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, perfect. And just put these strips in. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oops. Okay, so I see a little blood drop there, so that's set up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I grab this and I turn the cap off. And then I put in these sets. And this part goes into the blue part.
Yep.
Okay, and I twist that off. Put the cap back on at that angle. There we go. There we go.
There we go.
All right, and then so this dial here will tell me how deep the needle goes into my finger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. And And then I pull this back when it's ready. And then to poke myself, I would poke myself on the side of my finger. Just press the white button.
And it will poke you.
Okay, it'll poke me. Perfect. And then to test with the strip, I would have a little piece of blood, well, not a little piece, but a little droplet of blood here. And I would use the side of the thing.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
So then it counts down, and then you get your blood result.
Okay, perfect. And then so it told me my results. I just take this, toss this in the garbage. Just take this off, twist, and this on.
You can push it hard.
Oh,
Yeah,
there we go. I'm just
There you go.
Yep. And then this goes into a sharps container that you guys are gonna give me.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Perfect. And then, yeah, to turn off your monitor, you just hold down the OK button and it will be ready for your next use. If you have any questions or concerns or anything, you can always come back and talk to us. Yeah, I think you know how to use a blood glucose monitor.
Perfect.
Thanks. Well, have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks.